Hello everyone, my name is Jain. Today I am going to explain my fourth experiment, which is all about convolution properties. So the objectives of this experiment is to create the MATLAB function to perform linear convolutions of the given systems and for the given signals. Here we can see the four systems and we will do questions one by one. So the first question is we have to find impulse response of the given systems. So what is meant by impulse response? Impulse response is the output of a system when the input signal is a impulse function, or we can call it as a delta function. Here delta of n equal to 1 when n equal to 0, and when delta n equal to 0 when n is not equal to 0. Mathematically, x of n equal to delta of n. That is, from the given systems, we can write impulse responses by simply replacing x of n with delta of n. First, suppose h of n be the impulse response for a system. If we check system wise, for system A, y of n equal to 1 by 3 into x of n plus x of n minus 1 plus x of n minus 2, the impulse response is h of n equal to 1 by 3 into delta of n plus delta of n minus 1 plus delta of n minus 2. That is, h of n equal to 1 by 3 when n equal to 0, 1 and 2. So the next system is y of n equal to 1 by m summation k equal to 0 to m minus 1 of x of n minus k. Then the impulse response is h of n equal to 1 by m, the summation of k equal to 0 to m minus 1 of delta of n minus k. That is, h of n equal to 1 by m, where n ranges from 0 to m minus 1. So the next system is y of n equal to x of n minus k. Then the impulse response is h of n equal to delta of n minus delta of n minus 1. That is, h of n equal to 1 when n equal to 0 and h of n equal to minus 1 when n equal to 0. For the last system, y of n equal to 1 by 2 into x of n minus x of n minus 2. The impulse response is h of n equal to 1 by 2 into delta of n minus delta of n minus 2. That is, h of n equal to 1 by 2 when n equal to 0 and minus 1 by 2 when n equal to 2. Here we have seen mathematically. Now we will see in MATLAB and plot the graphs of the impulse responses. This is the MATLAB program to plot the impulsive response of the for the given four systems, and I have declared the impulse function or input as in this fashion. If you consider system A, I declared a h of 1, that is impulsive response, as a 1 by 3 comma 1 by 3 comma 1 by 3 as an array, and here I wrote convolution function. I will discuss it later in the next few minutes, and I have declared a range to plot the impulsive responses. Similarly, I wrote the code for all the remaining three systems. So if we run this program, first of all I will enter m as a 25. If we see the inputs, if we see the outputs, as these are the plots for the impulsive responses for the system A. If we observe this plot, we can see h of n equal to 1 by 3 when n equal to 0, 1 and 2. For the next system, we can see h of n equal to 1 by 25 when n equal to 0 to 24. And for the next system C, here we can see h of n equal to 1 when n equal to 0 and h of n equal to minus 1 when n equal to 1. For the last system, h of n equal to 1 by 2 when n equal to 0 and h of n equal to 0 for n equal to 1 and h of n equal to minus 1 by 2 when n equal to 2. So if we move on to next question, we have to study the performances of the above systems for different kinds of real world signals which was shared to us. If we open MATLAB, here we can see the .mat files. In MATLAB, to observe the given signals, I am using the load functions to view the signals from the .mat file, and the remaining code is to plot the signals. If we run this program, here we can see some variables comes into picture in workspace. These are nothing but the variables from the .mat file. Here if we observe the plots, this is the clean PPG file which has no noise and trend, whereas PPG with 25 dB and 20 decibels has a lot of noise. Here we can see, and these are nothing but some components with higher frequency, or simply we can say some fluctuations. And if we see the baseline PPG has little bit of noise compared to the clean PPG, and not, and also there is some trend here, but if we observe the other PPGs there is no trend. To study the applications of the given systems using these signals, we will move on to the next question. For the next question, we have to plot the outputs, whereas input signals are taken as a PPG, which was discussed before. So now the question is, what is the convolution? Convolution is the mathematical way of combining two signals to form a third signal, which simplifies the analysis. Here we can see the input as Xn, which passes to the LTI system, whereas impulsive response is H of n. And now the output of the system can be written as a y of n equals to x of n star h of n. In both x of n is convolved with h of n. Here we can see y of n can be written as a summation of k equals to minus infinity to infinity x of n minus k into h of k, or we can write it as a vice versa like this. If we open MATLAB, firstly I will discuss about a convolution function. Here firstly I declared a function z equals to convolution of x of n comma h of n. Let L1 and L2 are corresponding lengths of signals. After convolution, length of the output is defined as L equal to L1 plus L2 minus 1. And next I am declaring the convolution output as z equal to zeros of 1 comma l. And next I am padding the input and the impulse response with the zeros to the remaining length. Then I am using the two for loops in this manner. So moving on to the next given signals. For the system A, that is y of n equal to 1 by 3 into k x of n plus x of n minus 1 plus x of n minus 2. Like before, I am using the load function to view the signals. And also the impulse response for the system A is declared as array like this, and using the convolution functions. And I am also doing the convolution between the different PPG signals and the input responses. If we run this program, for the baseline by PPG, input and output looks like similar, as there are a low frequency components, and the next PPG with the 20 decibels. If we clearly observe input there is there is less noise compared to the input signal, that is higher frequency is attenuated. And similarly for the 25 decibels, the higher frequency is attenuated. And for the last signal, that is a clean PPG, the input and outputs are similar due to the lower frequency components. That means we can say that system attenuates the signals with the frequency higher and passes the signals of the frequency lower. So this system is low pass filter. And if we go to the next system, if we run this system, let us take as 50. And if we clearly observe, lower frequency components are obtaining as output. Here we can see. So it is also the low pass filter. So if we move on to the system C, if we run this program, we can see here the system C running this program. We can clearly observe that higher frequency components are obtaining as output. Here we can see clearly, and lot of fluctuations are obtaining at the higher fluctuations. Similarly for the system D also, by running this, outputs are obtaining as higher frequency components. So it is a high pass filter. That means we can say that this system attenuates the signals with the frequency lower and passes the signals of the frequency higher. So it is a high pass filter. And if we can also say that system C and system D is also a differencing system. If we move on to the next question. If we see the next question, we have to make observations. As I said before, system A and system B are low pass filters and system C and system D are high pass filters. Moving on to the next question, we have to remove trend for the given signals using system B. According to this question, I have observed the input signals which were sent. There is only one signal, that is baseline PPG, which has a trend, and remaining don't have any trend line. To remove this trend, I have separated output which was obtained upon convolution, that is system B, from the input. After plotting, I have observed that similar plot is obtained without the trend. In MATLAB, if we see in this MATLAB, this is the loop for impulse response for the system B and doing the convolution like before. If we also observe it here, m equal to 100, we can also take it as 100 to 250 values for the removing this trend. And if we move on, also I am doing the zero padding for input from 1601 to convolve length. After this, I am using the loop to do difference. If we run this program, we can see here there is a trend line in the input and there is no trend line in the output. So but in this way we can remove the trend by using the different mathematical operations, by using the system B, that is a moving average system. And moving on to the next question. If we move on to the next question, we have to write all the properties of the above mentioned discrete system that we have studied in the theory class. Before discussing these properties, I will make sure one point clear. Here, all the systems are linear time invariant and a finite impulse response systems. I will prove this point by defining the definitions. A discrete time system T is linear if for all alpha and for all beta and for all functions x1 and x2 the following is true. That is T of alpha x1 n plus beta x2 of n equal to alpha T into x1 of n plus beta into T of x2 of n. And the next one is a discrete time system T is a time invariant if for all the integers k and for all the functions k x of n and for y of n equal to T of x of n, then it is always the case that y of n minus k equal to the T of x of n minus k. Here T is nothing but a system. And the next one is a FIR. FIR is a filter whose impulsive response is of a finite duration because it settles to 0 in infinite time. So the given systems are LTA and FIR systems. Hence, under these conditions, we can perform linear convolution for the given systems. So moving on to the properties for the system A, y of n equal to 1 by 3 into x of n plus x of n minus 1 plus x of n minus 2. It is a dynamic system because the output depends on previous inputs, and also it is a causal system because the output depends only on past and previous inputs. If we consider bounded input, it produces a bounded output. So it is a bounded input, bounded output stable system, or BIBO stable system. Similarly, if we consider system B and system C and system D, they are also dynamic system, causal system and stable system. That's it. Thank you.